The top 10 Hollywood celebrities who insulted Taylor Swift. Some insults are debaucherous, some aren't even insults per se, but all of them will be juicy. Celeb scoundrel number 10, our girl Katy Perry. How the drama ball starts rolling is during a 2014 Rolling Stone interview where Taylor, ever the vague insinuator, for some reason chose to talk about a nameless celebrity who, for years, I was never sure if we were friends or not, Taylor said. She would come up to me at award shows and say something and walk away, and I would think, are we friends? Or did she just give me the harshest insult of my life? Then she did something so horrible. I was like, oh, we are just straight up enemies. She basically tried to sabotage an entire arena tour. She hired a bunch of people out from under me. When you give out that much information, you might as well have the guts to drop the name as well, because it took essentially zero time for folks to figure out she was talking about Katy. It's 3 years into their beef when Perry approaches this subject, with James Corden in her May interview stating that the employees Swift was referring to were dancers that Katy had already known, used, and had close friendships with. And they even had it stipulated in their contracts they could leave Swift's tour to hit the road with Perry when the time came. And when the dancers approached Swift's management in regards to doing exactly that, Perry said they were fired. She claimed Swift also refused to discuss the matter with her. This feud went on to pack some serious punches. They fought on Twitter, where Katy called her a Regina George in sheep's clothing, and then Taylor released Bad Blood, which was almost definitely about Katy, apparently. Then we see Swift put her entire catalog on streaming services on the day that Perry releases her Witness album. And then Swift dropped Look What You Made Me Do the same day as Perry's Swish Swish video premiered. So, the feud went unresolved for years until 2018, when Katy sent Taylor a literal olive branch as a peace offering on the opening night of her Reputation tour. The following year, Katy appeared in Taylor's star-studded music video, You Need to Calm Down. And all was well in the world of Taylor and Katy. Number 9 is Diplo. Now famous for trudging through miles of mud with Chris Rock to get out of Burning Man, Diplo's made headlines for plenty of reasons in his career, usually unsavory ones, if I'm being honest, and who'd have thunk it. But when he was boinking Katy Perry back in 2014 in the midst of these two feuding, because I guess there's no other professionally trained dancers out there people can hire, Diplo decided to be a dipstick and say some pretty uncool things. Namely, one tweet where he straight up said someone should make a Kickstarter to get Taylor Swift a booty. Yeesh, dude, that's a tad too far. And let me say, it wasn't even cancel culture era yet, and folks came for Diplo's throat. While Taylor never responded, everyone's favorite soulful sun girl Lorde swept in with the iconic retort, should we do something about your tiny while we're at it? Earning over 20,000 retweets. When asked in 2019, however, Diplo did comment that making that tweet was one of the worst decisions of his career. A fair remark, seeing as it's not only accurate, but he was in a relationship at the time that made him biased towards the situation and say something stupid he shouldn't. Celebrity insult or overreaction number 8 is Tina and Amy, aka Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. That's not that I should have to tell you that. So, famous respectively for their dicey and quirky comedy, these two women are a notorious pair who flourish when working together. Naturally, that's why they're paired to host the 2013 Golden Globes, where the two women chose to poke fun at Taylor's serial dating habits while on stage. Now, to give some context to the situation, 2013 was a year where this was a hot button topic, with everybody and their mother chirping in on Taylor's dating life, making it become a conversation more than about Taylor Swift herself, and rather about a young woman experiencing dating culture differently than men in the society we live in. Naturally, that being the case, like anything hip in the news, it made its way into the Globes' speech, where Amy and Tina made some throwaway jokes about avoiding Michael J. Fox's son and using some time to learn about herself. To the surprise of many people, including Tina and Amy, Taylor actually felt insulted. She went so far as to tell Vanity Fair that there's a special place in hell for women who don't help other women. Whoa, okay. I'm not gonna lie again, not really up to date with celebrities, but everything I read about the situation, that's a pretty far jump in reaction to the commentary made. But Faye was taken aback by Swift taking the comedy bit so seriously, and she told Entertainment Tonight, I did not see that one coming. It was a joke, and it was a lighthearted joke, and it's a shame she didn't take it in the crazy aunt spirit way in which it was intended. Amy, when asked, told The Hollywood Reporter, I feel bad if she was upset. I am a feminist. She is a young and talented girl. That being said, I do agree I'm going to hell, but for other reasons, mostly boring tax stuff. Swift's jump earned her some side-eye teasing from the ladies, notably at the 2014 Golden Globes when Faye told Ford there's a special place in hell for her, in December 2015 during a Saturday Night Live sketch. Next up on the Taylor insult train is number 7. It's a guy named Ed Droste. So he's the frontman of Grizzly Bear. He's friends with another band called Haim. Taylor Swift is friends with the dudes from Haim. Alright, so what he did wrong is he was super apathetic towards her in 2012. I know, and that came from a tweet that said, super relieved Taylor Swift is up for another award, was worried she didn't have enough, #few. Remember when folks were putting hashtags like that in sentences? Anyways, in 2015, he goes on a machismo-riddled rage fest on social media, which sounds a little like this. I finally feel comfortable expressing my distaste for the rudest, fakest person I've ever met, #liberating, I'm done dragging, but I'm glad people recognize this skunk finally, #trust. I don't understand the last sentence, but he did post a photo of an article describing Swift's alleged hyper-control of her squad with said social media post. Droste then followed that by saying, obsessed that people are catching on. I think this article really sums up how people who are taken really feel. She's being given a free pass for too long, plus first-hand experience, I have a whole other story to tell. Still feels unsafe though, she frightens me genuinely. Well, we never heard Droste's story because too many of Taylor's squad went on to attack the dude like Gigi Hadid and Martha Hunt, and he deleted his Twitter account. The end. For 6, it's Miley Cyrus. Imagine my surprise learning these two aren't friends because I felt like they would be friends, but from what I read today, this was only the case in the good old Hannah Montana days when Taylor was like the Waverly-voiced country folk singer and Miley was the wig-wearing spunkster, but it seems there was no vendetta, simply that the women grew apart as their careers turned them from kids to adults. However, Miley opens her mouth and doesn't mince a word when it comes to her dislike nowadays, especially in reference to the girl power peddling of Taylor. I'm not trying to be in the squad, Cyrus told the New York Times when asked in 2015, referencing Taylor's infamous group of girlfriends. None of my friends are famous, and not because of any other reason than I just like real people who are living real lives because I'm inspired by them. The same month, Cyrus went on to vent to Marie Claire about Swift's Bad Blood video. I don't get the violence revenge thing. That's supposed to be a good example, and I'm a bad role model. This commentary, while insulting to Taylor, absolutely should be acknowledged with context. Miley, unlike Taylor, being a Disney star, had critical and harsh expectations she needed to follow. So not only in the performance, but in her appearance, and she went through a lot of this alone. So if she wore a t-shirt wrong, she'd be smeared in the media, but Taylor can pop out with a girl squad, and all of them fit unrealistic body standards and aesthetics that Miley was held to, and they received no critique. This would 100% inspire some bitterness, and it still seems to exist today. Number 5 is Calvin Harris. So the pair collaborated on Harris's projected song, This Is What You Came For, to create the world's most evilly ingrained earworm. Because they reportedly didn't want to draw attention to their relationship through music, Swift used a pseudonym, Nils Schulberg, in the song's credits. Harris stuck to their mutual plan, and even when the radio personality Ryan Seacrest asked him if he'd ever worked with his then girlfriend, Calvin stated, "You know, we haven't spoke about a collaboration, I can't really see it happening though." Immediately after the split, butthurt Calvin drops the song, and Taylor's team wastes no time going, actually Taylor helped make this. And to quote TMZ report, Swift's squad was sick of Calvin trashing Taylor and feel he should be thanking her for quietly giving him a smash hit. Anyway, who's to say? But on the topic of saying stuff, Calvin's response to the immediate attack on him was, I figured if you're happy in your new relationship, you should focus on that instead of trying to tear down your ex-boyfriend for something to do. Hurtful to me at this point that she and her team would go so far out of their way to try and make me look bad at this stage. But I know you're off tour and you need someone new to try and bury like Katy, etc, but I'm not that guy, sorry, I won't allow it. Damn, Calvin popped off. I'm kind of impressed the guy who makes music could actually spit bars. For number 4, we're gonna do Demi Lovato. So, these two had a bestie in common in their late teen years, and that's Selena Gomez. And like two girls who are both best friends with a third, but not with each other, there just had to be drama. So first up, we got Exhibit A, the infamous 2010 interview video of her quipping, "Ask Taylor," when asked about their mutual BFF, Selena. Lovato's taste for Swift apparently intensified during the 1989 era tour, when Swift began preaching about feminism and squad goals. Context again, people. Disney star. She used to be a Disney star. I think in certain situations, certain people could be doing more if they're going to claim feminism as part of their brand, Lovato told Glamour in 2016. To be honest, and this is probably going to get me in trouble, I don't see anybody in any sort of squad that has a normal body. It's kind of this false image of what people should look like and what they should be like, and it's not real. I think having a song in a video about tearing Katy Perry down, that's not women's empowerment. 3 is is Nicki Minaj, who back in 2015, Nicki tweeted her frustration that Anaconda wasn't nominated for Video of the Year at the VMAs by saying, if your video celebrates women with very slim bodies, you will be nominated for Vid of the Year. And she ain't wrong, but Taylor took a leap of faith that it was about her instead of, I don't know, asking, and fires back publicly. I've done nothing but love and support you. It's unlike you to pit women against each other. Maybe one of the men took your slots. Then she invited the rapper to take the stage with her, saying Nicki's invited to any stage I'm ever on. It felt holier than thou. Nicki hit back saying she definitely wasn't referring to Taylor with those tweets, and partially blamed the media for immediately assuming she was talking about Taylor, and now the slew of other videos nominated over hers featuring slim women. Taylor then apologized to Nicki, and then at the show, Taylor joined Nicki on stage to sing The Night Is Still Young and a few lines from Bad Blood, so it's fine. Number 2, it's Camilla Belle. So once Joe Jonas broke up with Taylor, he started dating Camilla Belle. This led Taylor to write the song Better Than Revenge about the actress, which if you listen to it, even when it came out, let alone now, it's gross and shamey. So Camilla never publicly responded to this song, which is fair seeing as the lyric was, she's not a saint and she's not what you think. She's an actress. She's better known for the things that she does on the mattress. Oh, yeah. If some 18-year-old's saying that about me, I'd probably ignore it too. The only time Camilla made a peep, she made it during the Nicki versus Taylor Twitter smackdown, finding ironic to parade the pit against women against other women argument about as one immeasurably capitalizes on the takedown of a woman. Camilla Belle replied to this, couldn't have said it better myself. Whew! Now that's tough, Taylor, and it seemingly did the trick, because Taylor Swift, now a grown woman, used her re-recording as an opportunity to right some wrongs, changing the lyrics to be, he was a moth to flame, she was holding the matches. To quote her in an interview as to why she made the change, in case it wasn't blindingly obvious, that's the age you are when you think someone can actually take your boyfriend. Then you grow up and realize no one can take someone from you if they don't want to leave. Number 1, Kanye. Everyone's tired of hearing of it, and Kanye by now. But you can't talk Taylor without talking about Kanye, and not because he tried to claim he made her career. Kanye quite literally climbs on stage, takes the mic, starts talking crap, and saying she didn't deserve the award. It was 2009, Taylor's young as hell, and this is a Hollywood star who's berating her, so she just kind of awkwardly stands there holding the award until others begin to intervene. The pair makes amends a few years later. He sends her some flowers, some shoes, all seems well, but then the other Yeezy drop, as did the track Famous. In the music video, he, for some reason, commissioned a nude wax figure of her and writes a lyric about banging her and another one about her being the B word. Taylor complained about it, and rightfully effing so, because that's insane behavior. And then along comes Kim Kardashian. Taylor said she hadn't given permission for Kanye to use her name like that, and Kim, who was then married to Kanye, uploaded a video to Snap that implied Taylor did in fact give consent. Taylor swaps her statement to saying she's reluctantly fine with the intercourse lyric if this is the way things had to be. Anyway, in 2020, the full version of Kim's video was released, which proves she did in fact alter the video before uploading it. Anyways, Taylor did still raise complaints about being called a B-word since she never agreed to that, and that's one even Kim can't argue. A few songs on Taylor's 2017 Reputation are speculated to be about Kim and Kanye as a result, including This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. Thank you once again for tuning in. I sure hope you enjoyed today's celeb gossip. Come back tomorrow for some more. Like and subscribe to always have new videos to watch, and I'll see you around.